Hi guys, first of all, I want you all to open VS Code, run exam, and open your website through your local host. Do those three steps: open VS Code, run exam, and run your local host, and raise your hands in the participants list. Isant, why are you new today? To the guys who joined now, I want you to open VS Code, run your exam, sorry, start your exam servers, then open your local host website. Open your website through localhost and let me know. Raise your hands in the participants list so I can start today's work. You open our documents. Do you need me to show how to do that? Or can you guys do that? Or make a pen on over. You wait, I will show for you guys. See, admin. Now learning PHP. Ah, okay. Now learning PHP and don't know all the simple steps. Wait. Mm, Okay, perfect. So you have your exam like this. Click on start for the first two buttons over here. Once you start, click on Explorer, then a page should open, a new window should open like just like this. In this folder, double click on htdocs, go to your web dev folder, right click and open with code. Once you're done with that, you will be getting a fresh window like this with your code which you did previously. So I think y'all are in progress till this point. Once you're there, now I'll be sending y'all a link in the chat box. Okay, I'll send y'all a link in the chat box. Go to that link. Now wait, before going to that link, inside your web dev folder, you have web dev folder here now. Inside the web dev folder, create a new folder. The second button over here to create a new folder. Create a new folder, name it includes. Okay, and name it includes. Inside this folder called includes, create another file, a new file called error message. Make sure you all copy the exact same spellings because some of the errors which you all send me are that you copy my exact code. එකක් හරි මාරු කරන්න නැතුව මගේ code එක copy එකක් ගන්නවා. ඒත් you all don't adapt my code to fit your file name. Some guys I saw that had named this page index.php as login.php. And they got several issues with the local host and I figured it out. But here, y'all can see after registration, we told it to, oh wait, in one page I told include something. In that page, they haven't include index.php. So that issue is there. So make sure if you all are copying my exact code, use my exact file names. Okay. So once you have created a file like this, again, raise your hands, will you? Once you create a file like this called errormessage.php, then raise your hands. Guys, make it quick, otherwise today also until 11 o'clock only. Mm. Marshall, are you done? And what about this? Okay, so once you're done with that, I have sent you all a link in the chat box. Click on that link and it should open you a Google Drive file like this. Okay, copy this entire code. You should be getting a file like this. Copy this entire code. This is actually used to give error messages. I'll show you all what's that. Copy this entire code and copy this entire code. Paste it in your error message.php and save it. Save karra varanda tepa. Just keep it like that. Don't go to change anything. Just keep it like that. The purpose of this is I gave you an assignment last week, but none of you all bothered. Not one, not even one of you all bothered actually to mm, find how to do that. It's actually like this. For example, if I go and add some random file here, let's say I'll just add something. Wait, I'll add something with. Okay, I'll add some PDF file. Let's say I'm adding one PDF here. An error message would come here. Wait. Oh, it's a big PDF, I think. Oops, 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 oops. Already my bandwidth is slow today. Let it process. What's only section? It will stop. Wait. Okay, let me choose a file here. I'll choose, wait. I'll choose one of my images. I'll just choose any of my image here and I'll just click on upload. And then here you all will be getting an error. Okay, see, invalid file type, only HTML file. This is called an error. I told you all to go through Bootstrap and find how to do it. But none of you all bothered. Did any one of you bother here? Nah, nah. None of you sent me that thing. You all asked me hundreds of doubts in WhatsApp, but none of you bothered to search Bootstrap and find that. So I even tell what to do. Nice, nice. So in Bootstrap, you all have a thing called toasts. If you search for toast, roast name toast. Toasts, see, you all be having, wait. Yeah, no, don't search it here. You all will be having something like this. Here, toasts, you know. So here, this is the message. I'll have something like this, something like this. So the code which I copied now is a full form of this. This is the code which I copied now, but I have made some modifications in this to include some session things, and I'll tell you all about that later. Okay, so I hope you all have saved this. So once you saved your file like this, raise your hands again in the participants list. Let me see. Last week you told right that AI won't replace jobs but make works easy. But how can we assure things to happen in future? Okay, it's like this. I think last week I told you all regarding the boss and the typewriting thing. Did I tell that thing for you all? Yeah, ne? So if you all ask how to actually, okay, let's take like this. Or if no, there are let's say calculators were there. No? There's a thing called calculator. Do you all know what a calculator is? Do you all know what a calculator is? Calculator. What do you all tell it in Sinhala? Let me check. Translate. Gana something Gana only. I forgot. Pisu. Ganaka Yantara. Do you know what's this? Yes. So this was invented, I think it was first invented in mm, 1642. This was first invented in 1642 by a guy called Blaise Pascal. If you all are doing O-level ICT, then you all would have got this part in your grade 10 first lesson. That's a different story. I'm not here to teach you some IT. Okay, so I'm not here to teach O-level ICT. Okay, so calculator was made in 1642 by Blaise Pascal. So before 1642, before 1642, let's take like 1640. In 1640, were there calculators? Use your logical thinking. Were there calculators in 1640 if it was invented in 1642? No. So how did they invent things in how did they do calculations in 1640? So y'all might know some people are good in math, some are good and some are not good. Okay, some are good and some are not good in math. So they will actually go near mathematicians to learn maths. So now calculator was invented. And people might have thought that, okay, now calculators are there. Now mathematicians, those who teach maths are, teachers' jobs will go, scientists' jobs will go. Okay, calculators are here. Now we can use calculators and make our work easy. We don't need to study math. But in the current world, do you all think that there's no math education? Do you all have the subject called mathematics in your school? Let's see how much schools have mathematics here. You all have maths now? So that means you're still studying math. So even though calculator is invented, even though this bugger came out in 1642, still you all are using this thing. Called mathematics. You are still learning maths. So it's similar to that. AI can't replace all jobs. It can still replace small jobs, but the major level, no. That was my opinion last week. I don't know that. I don't know why you all actually wanted to ask that question again today. Okay, fine. Where did I stop? With the note here, no? Okay, once you all have copied this error message, I told you all to save. Once you all have saved here, go to your register user.php. Okay, in your register user.php, on the top, include a code called session start. Session start with a semicolon. Include this at the top, in the top of your uh, what you say, you register user.php, and in here you can see in the just don't try to, if you don't understand it, forget it. In the error message you can see that we have something called session status. Okay, session status. So actually we're gonna do that thing here without telling echo. We are gonna tell dollar session status is equals to open inverted commas. Then I'm gonna actually copy this thing from the echo and I'm gonna paste. Okay, I'm gonna copy that thing from the echo thing and I'm gonna paste it. I'm going to copy the same thing again. I'm going to copy the same thing again. Copy it to the next echo. Copy the error message from the echo. Paste it in the new session thing. Delete it. Again, paste it to the next echo thing. And copy the error message from there and paste it here. And your code should look something like this. Now you all have got rid of all the errors, all the echo messages, and you all should have something called session. Okay. Once you're done with that, now in the first if case over here, we are saying Account with this email already exists. Now, this case is like this. A user is coming and registering to a website. Now, a user is not logged in. A user is not logged in. Okay, a user is not logged in, and he comes and registers a new user email. He registers a new account. No, no, not. He registers for a new account. Okay, the user registers for a new account. But the system has found out that this bug is already there. This bug has already created an account with this email. So what should our account do? It must tell the user if the user's email already exists in the database. Should the user be sent again to the register page or sent to the login page? Which of these page should the user be sent to? If the user has already an account, if our system finds out that this user already has an account in the system, which page should this user be sent to? Use your logical thinking and not logical, common sense. I want your answers. I want all of you to answer. This doesn't need any coding knowledge, huh? This doesn't need any coding knowledge. You all can just answer with your simple knowledge. It should actually send it to the login page. Why login page? It's like this. Now let's say I register to my to a website with the email call this. Let's say no, okay, I'll register with my email. I'll register with my email. If the system already finds out that I have an account. If I already have an account, then I don't need to register that account again. I can instead enter my password. I can enter my secret password and I can log into the system. Did you all get that part? So if a user is found with an error that this email already exists, we're going to actually send him to the index page, which is our login page. To do that, you have a code called header. You have a code called header. Inside the header, open an inverted comma, location, and then you type backpack index.php. So this means that if you directly insert the code called index.php, what it will do is it will actually search this dbh folder for index.php. So these two dots over here, what it is, it will take the user one step back. So it will take from the dbh folder, it will go one step back and search for index.php over here and send the user to index.php. So let me actually check if that part works. So I'll actually save it and I'll go to my register page also. This session start is there. No? I'll go and include this session start in my register page. I'll go to my register page and on the top, I'll put something called PHP and I'll start this. And I'll copy the same code and paste it in my index.php and I'll paste it in my home.php as well. Once I'm done with that, what I'll do is I'll go to my Akif. You told me that you're outside today, and I'm not sure how you got this error. Web dev. So I'll go to the register page over here and I'll enter an email which I have already registered with. I'll just give 123 123 submit. It doesn't actually forward me. Wait. I think there's an index error over here. Okay, wait. I'll do another step. Session status. You came home, huh? Okay, you had the DBH folder no last week. So search your web dev folder. So you might have that over there. Search in your web dev folder. Session start. Then we have here session status over here. Okay, I'll again go to my index.php and I'll include a file. Again, I'll go to the bottom. I'll tell you all, you all don't have to code now. I'll give you all time to code. Oh, wait, I think I don't have an account already with this. So that's the reason why it didn't forward me. Let me check if I have an account with that already. Let me check it quick. So today's class also might go until 10. Because this is week 8 and we have only 2 more weeks, week 9 and week 10. Is today's class week 8 or week 9? Ah, okay, okay, okay. I made a very stupid error. Now I'll go here again. I'll go to my register page and I'll actually gmail.com. Okay. Now I'll enter some fake passwords over here. I'll enter some random password. 1, 2, 3, 3. Perfect. I'll click on submit. Can you all see that this shows a message account with this email already exists? If you all can see this message here and if you all are alive in this Zoom meeting, raise your hands in the participants list. If you all are actually alive, if you all actually saw the error message here, and if you all are alive, hmm, I can see some guys here who are sleeping, who are not concentrating. They're actually doing some other works, and when they are come to ask their certificates, I can give some treatment to them, a special treatment. Hello, Nasma. Nasma, we have actually not done anything yet. You can actually wait. Open your VS Code exam and things and wait. I'll tell you all what to code in a few minutes. So actually, I can see some of you guys who are dead. I have noted the names. Kamil, you asking for the certificates? That time I'll say. Okay, so you all actually saw an error message which displayed there. So once you're, in that same manner, we will include the error messages for the other things also. So now, after the user has successfully created a new account, we should send the user to a page called the home page. So we are sending the user here to home page. Once, if the user's password is not matching, then we are gonna send him to the register page again, asking him to. Sorry guys, I had a network issue, which actually made me leave the class late. Okay, I hope you all can see my screen now perfectly. And some of you confirm that you can see my screen. Can you all see my screen? Perfect, nice. So what I have done is now let's go to coding. Wait, let's go to a bit of coding. Okay. So now I want you all to. I'll send you a link in the chat box. I'll send you a link in the chat box. Again, okay, fresh for the guys who have joined. Lots of guys have joined now. So I'm giving a disclaimer. Today's class will run until 10. So I have sent you all. Sorry, I have sent you all a link. I was actually one of you guys distracted me asking about AI and thing. And I was actually talking, not distracted. It's a question only. Good. But I was talking about AI and things and time got wasted a bit. And I was explaining about the login system. Actually, it did a small part, but I'll read it again. Click on the link which I sent you all, then you all should be getting a code like this. Okay, copy this complete code, copy this entire code, Control C to copy it. Then go to your uh, web folder here in VS Code and create a new folder with the second button over here called includes. Create a new folder called includes, and inside the includes, create a new file called error message.php. Be careful with your spellings. Create a file called error message.php. Then you all will be having a plain file like this. Inside this plain file, paste the code which you all copied from there and save it. First, do this step and raise your hands in the participants list. Do this step quickly and raise your hands to the participants list. If you all have actually done creating this error message.php, I think Tuteda already did that. And the other guys who were previously here, you all have done that. So create a new folder called includes, create a new file called error message.php, then copy and paste the code which I sent you all there. Make it quick. I can remember when I asked you one day, if I'm not wrong, asked you one day whether I'm pronouncing your name correctly. Ah no, I asked it from Disas, I think, whether I'm pronouncing his name correctly. Okay, okay. Tutu Tether. Nice. Look at I told me when you're here for 8 weeks and now you're telling me your proper pronunciation. Okay. What about others? Are all done? It's a small work. If you all take more time, then get ready to stay awake until 11. Tutu Tether, are you done? I think I'm pronouncing your name correctly now. Yes. Okay. So I hope most of you here are done with the work. Now, once you're done with that, go to the register user.php and add these codes. Include a thing called session start at the top. Make sure you do the spellings correctly. And replace, you will have something called echo, kera goda tieno. You'll have things like that. So, wait, give me a minute. I'll solve the other problem. Okay. So you'll have, I'll just mark these points here. You'll have to copy the line number 2 to your code. Then you'll have something called echo. account with this email already exists. Replace that part with session status this thing. Then you can actually copy and paste those things down and replace the values. You will have to replace these 9 lines. Sorry, there are there are 7 lines. So next, go to register user.php and change these codes. Make it quick. Lower your hands, and once you're done, you can raise your hands back again. Others, make it quick. I'll have to do it fast so we can leave the class early. Last week, you guys left at 10. I was here until 11, solving some problems of other guys. I think one of you messaged me in WhatsApp. Uh, that was a Amutu problem. Who was that guy? I think it's Hashin. Hashin, someone. He messaged me. I replied. Vaga went offline for a few days. Messaged me again. I took time to reply. That's a different story. I replied. Vaga went offline. Again, he messaged me. I replied. Again, he went offline. I think you're watching the recording now. If you're watching the recording, get back to me and solve it. I can't remember your problem for lots of days. And for the guys who are watching the recording, if you're actually looking for the link, I'm too late telling it to you all. If you're looking for the link, I have sent it to you all in the YouTube description. Okay. What about others? I all done. Yeah, quickly copy these things. Quick, quick, quick. I can actually write one manually, and then you can copy and paste those below and change the alert here and the file name. A small change to be done. Actually, wait, I'll also do it again with y'all, and let's see why y'all are taking so much time for this thing. I'll do in your speed video slowly, Mankaranam. Done. See, I did it again. Y'all are wasting time, man. Okay, I think it's enough of time given to y'all. Does anyone need more time? If y'all need more time, tell me. I'll give you all time, or I'm moving to the next part. Okay, I hope y'all are done. I got no response. 3 minutes then, debe. Quickly copy. I'll give you time until 8:45. Quickly copy it. 8:45, I'm moving to the next part. Okay, if you're actually copying that, Nasma, take a screenshot of this. Take a screenshot of this quickly. If you're on a laptop, use Win Shift S something and copy it. Then a message will come to your bottom. Click on it. Take a screenshot of this. Done. Okay. So others who have completed it, do something like this. Go to all of your pages. Go to all of your pages. And on the top, include these three codes. On the top, include these three codes. Okay. On the top, include session start. First, go to your registered PHP. Go to your pages over here. You'll have three pages here. You'll have a page called home, index, and register. Go to your register.php, type PHP session start, close it, and copy and paste the same code to the other two PHP files also. And once you're done with that, again raise your hands to the participants list. A small work, copy this simple code and paste it in the top of all of your codes. And make sure to save it also. I'm also done. A small change. So quickly do it. Copy these three lines quickly. I'll give you all 1 minute for that. But man, you are taking lots of time for this also. Then today until 1 o'clock only. So I thought before starting PHP, some of you guys asked me to teach a bit of PHP. So before teaching PHP, I thought maybe read I had a doubt. Shit. If I knew that you all would waste a lot of time like this, I would have never thought your PHP. I would have told suffer with HTML and just it. Then තමයි ඉවර කරන්නේ. Asma, I done with both the register user this thing and the register page. I done with both. Perfect. So once you're done with that, go to the bottom of your pages now. Now in the top you have included something like that. In the bottom of your page, again open a PHP tag, close a PHP tag, and type this called include once in open inverted comma and type your folder directory to your error message. The simple code, copy it and paste it in the bottom of your other codes as well. Do it quickly. Again, once you're done, raise your hands in the participants list. Make it quick, make it quick. A lot of guys will be relying on the recording. Now, actually, a lot of guys are watching the recording. I can see when I upload the next morning, it's actually the views are going up to 50s. So I can see some of you watching the recordings. Fine. And the guys who are watching the recording, I have to give a disclaimer. Will have to join the live class last day because I might do mm, a live quiz sometimes if you all are going fast and good. So if you actually want to join the live quiz, make sure you join the live class on the last day. And others, I are done. Our student is done. Okay. So I hope you are done with that. Now I want you to do something like this. In your exam, click on admin. Okay. Click on admin. Then you all should be getting a new, you all should be getting a page like this. Click on admin. In your uh, exam, click on admin. Did my network actually go? You all can hear me, ne? I've told you all don't call me, man. Can you all hear me? Got a call. My network is very bad today, and one of you guys in the class called me. I told I'll never answer calls. But I'll call karna. If I do, I'm in the class, man. I'm in the class teaching you all. And do you expect me to reply to your message personally? If you want to show my WhatsApp here, and it's filled with messages. And it'll take me hours to reply all the messages. I'm not having zero chats like what you have in your phone right now. Not unnecessary groups, all are personal chats. I have to reply. I have to take time and reply to all of them. So it'll take me time to reply to a message. So you all have to wait. Don't call me and disrupt the class. Okay. So click on, I think you're were able to hear that part. Click on admin in your MySQL. Then you all will be getting a page like this. In this page, click on web dev. Then go to the user table. In this user table, you'll be having an email here. Ne? This should be your email. Have you created a new account? You should be, or you should have already created an account in your register page over here, and you should be already having a field here. If you're having a field, if you're having an email seen in your user table, drop me a Y in the chat box. Make it quick. If you can actually see something here called, you can if you can see your email in the okay. So my login. See it as it is. Okay. What about others? Can you all see any emails here? Or if you don't have an email seeing there, go here and enter some of your email and enter some password and create a new account. Okay, create a new account. Create a new account. Then refresh your page. Then you'll be seeing your new email here. Okay, yeah, okay. Actually, you all don't need to do that step. I'll actually do it for you. Now, when I enter the same email again and register for a new account, it should show me a message called account with this email already exists. So it shows me the error message there. So I want you all also to try that. Check here, enter same email which is there already in your table and enter some different password and register in your page. And if you're getting a message account with this email already exists in red color, raise your hands in the participants list. Or if you're getting any sort of errors displayed here, raise your hands. Make it quick if you want to finish today's class early. Okay, I didn't get much responses. I think it will work probably for you guys. So to not waste more time, I'll move to the login page. So now you have your perfectly working register page here. Okay, now we have to program our login page. Now, if the user registers to our page, he'll create a new account. Once he create a new account and close the browser and reopen it, for now, when he close the browser and reopen it, it will actually not make him logged in. So to let the user, after you do that message, this is wait, I didn't tell anything to do after that. So now we're gonna program the login page. Now I want you all to open your index.php over here. Okay, I want you all to open index.php. And here in the login page, I'll be having a thing called div ID email help. You all can actually uh, do side by side thing, or you can listen to me and do it. Remove this thing called, okay, look at me carefully what I'm doing and then follow the same steps. You all have something called, we'll share your email, we'll never share your email with anyone. Copy this entire, select this entire line, delete it. And inside this email field, name will be equals to email and it will be required. You have to add these two attributes there. Name equals email and attribute. And inside the password, add something called name is equals to password one and required. No, name is equals to not password one, name is equals to password required. And remove this thing called here. MB3 form check check me out කියලා තියෙනවනේ. This end tip remove it. And once you're done with that, refresh your page, login page, and you should be having something like this. Okay. And inside the form element, once you have added, remove the unnecessary elements out, and you have added name is equal email to email and required. Name is equal to password and required here. You will have a thing called form on top. And go to the form. Action is equals to dbh slash user login, user login.php, and method is equals to post. Do these changes quickly. I'll give you a couple of minutes. You'll have to pay attention to this line, form action this line, add an element, add a tag called name is equal email and required for the email field, for the input email field, and name is equal to password and required for the input field in the password section. And once you're done with that, again, raise your hands in the participants list. Together, I think you have an issue in your register user.php. Send me a screenshot of your register user.php code. Guys, I all done. Make it quick, man. Perfect. I have given it all enough time. So now in your DBH folder, create a new file called user login.php. Inside your DBH folder, create a new file called userlogin.php. Open the PHP tag. Oh, why is my keyboard flat? Open the PHP tag and close the PHP tag. Start the session as usual. Start the session. And then we are going to work to get this email. If you see our register user.php, you all can see that on the top we have included our database file and we have got our email and password from post. So I want I'll copy this three lines of code. I'll paste it here. And instead of password here, password one here, I'll replace it to password because you all can see in our login page, we actually named it called password. So here also I'll name it as password. Okay. So these are the basic codes I'm doing. Now, when a user is logging to our system, there are few things to consider. First, before creating any system, programming is not actually coding and doing stuff. That's a part of programming. But the main work to do is your logical thinking and the steps you all have to take to solve a specific problem. Now we have to actually make the user login. So what we have to do is we have to build the login page. Okay, our aim is to build the login page. So now, first, when a user enters his email, and when the user enters his password, first we have to check. First, we have to check if the user already has an account. Okay, so quick question. What is the difference between login page and register page? If you all don't know this, then it's a waste of teaching you all PHP for the last couple of days. What's the difference? I want your ideas. What's the difference between a login page and register page? I didn't ask you all the difference you all can see here. I didn't ask the difference you all can see confirm password. I didn't ask that part. I'm asking what is the benefit for the user? What's the difference the user can feel? Okay, register page. Yeah, one of you guys is telling register page will take the user's information and store in the database. Okay, that's something like this. I'll even give the answer before some of you guys giving some other funny answers. I'll even tell you all. A register page is for a new user. A register page is for a new user to create a new account. Now, I think most of you will have Instagram accounts, email accounts, and things. No. So when you first go to Instagram, you have to register for a new account. Once you register for a new account, every time when you're logging, every time when you're going to Instagram, or sometimes when you're switching phones, you don't have to create a new account again. Instead of creating a new account, it will send you to a page called a login page. A login page is for an existing user. If a user is already there in the system, then it will take the user to the login page. So first we must check when a user enters his email, we must check that if this user if this user is already there in the database. I'll just call DB in the database. So first we must check if this user is already present in the database. To do that, I'll go here. I'll go to my register user.php. I'll grab this first part of code. I'll paste it here. I'll tell select from user where email is equals to dollar email result config if it is greater than zero. Okay. So through here, we can find if the user's email already exists, then I can tell do something if user's email is present. Else I can tell, else I can copy my session code. I can copy this session code from here. I can tell create a new account. I can tell account not found, account not found, create a new account. And I can send him to the register.php. So let me check it. Now, let me go to my page here. Let me go to my register page here, login page here. Uh, and I'll enter something like this. I'll enter, uh, okay, I'll enter something like that. And I'll go to the password and enter something like this. If, now you all tell me, is this email which I entered randomly there in my database? So this is a test to check again whether you guys are alive. So can you all see this? Can you all confirm me whether this email is already there in the database? Yes or no? Tell in the chat box. You don't need to raise your hands. Yes, no, yes, Danda. No, 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 Danda. Can you all see this email in my database table over here? No, actually, you all can't see. So now, to check whether my system works, I'll click on submit. And you all can see it told account not found, create a new account and sent me to the register page. So now my first problem is solved. Okay, my first problem is solved. Now I don't have to think about it again. Now it's solved. Now my second thing, what I have to do? Now if the user already exists, the next thing we have to do is after this, the next thing we have to do is check if the user's password, check if password entered is equal to the password stored. So in this way, what we're going to do? So in this, what we'll do is, we will check. Now a user here will enter in a login page. The user will enter a password. Now we'll check if this password and this email is matching to the database. Now let's say I enter a password called my password, and I'll enter my email. Mm, and you all can see that my password here is test123. I'll just enter here 1234, 1234 something. And we will submit. You can actually see it doesn't log into the system. So I must first check if the user's password matches, then I'll let him to log into my system. So now what I'm going to do is I'll let the check if the password matches. To do that, I'll go to my here. Do something if email is present this code again on it. In this code, I'll do no, before that, I'll actually store that dollar db password. No dollar, I'll tell stored password, dollar stored password is equals to dollar row mm, password. So through this code, I can actually store the password which is stored in the database to the variable called stored password. To check if this works, I'll just go and echo the dollar password, dollar stored password, and I'll save it. Now you can actually see if I go here to my login page and if I enter my email and if I enter some rubbish password here, it will actually wait. Undefined row. Wait. I'll actually take this part. No, stored password. This is correct. Okay, let's check. I'll actually take this part up to the top field. Let's see. It is now. It's correct. It should be here only. Color row password. Isn't it working? Wait, wait, wait. Sorry. I didn't fetch the password now. I should say dollar row is equals to it. I have some result fetch. Result fetch association. Okay. So now it should work. Now it will actually show my password in the database. You can see it prints here something called, yes, Marshall, you can do it. It prints here something called test123. And if I go and check in my database, the password for that email is test123. Okay, so that part is done. So after that, we're going to check if, okay, dollar stored password is equal. So, in PHP, you all use equal to check if the stored password is equal to the password entered by the user. In this, what it will do is it will check if the password which is entered by the user is equals to the password which is there in the database. If that's the reason, here I'll do to do if password matches. If password doesn't match, what should we do? Else we have to tell the user. Again, I'll copy this session part over here. I'll send it. Incorrect password. And here will be log index.php. Let me check it now. Now I'll go to my system over here. I'll go to my system. Okay, I'll go here and enter my email address. Now I'll enter some fake password and I'll click on submit. Can you all see the button here called incorrect error message called incorrect password? Yeah, now you can see the message here called incorrect password. That means now it is checking whether we are actually inputting the correct password. Okay, Marshall, I'll send you. So it will actually check if we are doing day 8 code. Okay, wait, let me do something for to speed up your process. Once I do this code, I'll actually give this code to you all. I'll actually zip all of my code and I'll give it to you all. So some of you might have issues, so you all can check on that. Don't copy the entire code, just use my code to debug for problems. And in the last few days, I won't give you all the code. Week 9 and week 10, I won't give you all the code. You all have to do it yourself because most of you guys are facing issues recently with some missing of classes and things. I'll give you all the code. And when copying, if you copy my some of the codes, make sure you change the names. Here LWS store kela LWS store you think of your store name and put it there. So what I have done is now if I enter a wrong, I think I did it already, but let me do it again. If I enter a wrong password, you all can actually see it will show a message called incorrect password. But now what should we do? If the user enters the correct password, we have to do a simple thing. I'll go to my uh, registry directory, I'll copy this code. I'll tell if the password matches, say welcome to the store and send him to the home page. So now you all can actually see if I go here and enter my correct password. I'll enter my correct password here. If 123, welcome to the store, Kela, it welcomed me. Did you all understand that part? I'll give you all the code. You all don't need to type. I'll give you all the code. First, tell me, did you all understand the part perfectly? All I need to know is if you all understood it properly. If you are understood, then there's no problem in me giving you the code. Say, what about others? Did you understand that part? If you all have any doubts, you can ask me regarding how the locking system works. Okay, let me give it to you. Create a new file called userlogin.php. Create a new file called userlogin.php. Wait, this dual screening is a bit hard, but I have limited space here. Oops, oops, oops. The file is uploading. Wait, right. Right. Google Drive. Go on with the link. Copy link. Shorten URL. Check your chat box for a link. Click on that link. Then you will be getting this code. You will be getting this code. Copy that code and paste it to your userlogin.php and make sure you all understand the code well. The main thing, the main thing more than coding is understanding the process. When you also face some issues, not only in your programming life, in your normal life also, you all can actually if you all have a big problem, let's say you all have a big problem like this, break it into small parts. Yeah, പൊടി കാര്യങ്ങളില് കടല. Do it easy. Now, the making the login system, making the entire login system was big to us. We thought of login system එක හදන system එකක් කිව්වම it's hard කියලා හිතෙනවා. But we actually broke it into small parts. First, we check if the users. Uh, you can actually do your work here and listen to me. Okay. We actually check if the user is already there in the database. We actually check if the password entered is equal to the password that is stored in the database. Then finally, we send the user to the home page. And meanwhile, in the center, we just also displayed some error messages. Error messages for errors. Okay, once you're done with pasting, it shouldn't take your time. Once you're done copying and pasting your code and saving it, raise your hands in the participants list. Also, make sure you all go to your login page and enter your email and password, and it sends you to the home page. Once you're done copying and pasting the code, raise your hands in the participants list. Kavindu, sorry, Kavindu, the issue you're having is check your line number 14. After the header.php, you don't have an inverted comma. Check your line number 21. After the header.php, you don't have an inverted comma. Always after the header.php, you all need to have an inverted comma. Okay. Others, I am done copying and pasting this code. Let me know through the chat box if you can't raise your hand. Are all done? Does anyone need more time? Or shall I move to the next part? Perfect. All of you are done. So next, so the next issue we are having is, even though the user has logged into the system, can you all see this button called login and register? Do you all think that even though a user registers logins to our system, should it show these two buttons? Now, for example, for a context, if you take my website over here, if I'm actually logged out, if I'm logged out, the buttons which shows here, say if I'm logged out, there are two buttons which show here called sign in and sign up. Now I'll go and log in. Give me a second, I'll just enable my password. If I actually go and log in, wait, okay. If I log in, then can you all see these two buttons over here? You all can't see the two buttons over there. That means in here also, if the user logins or registers to our system, we have to hide these two buttons. So to do that, we'll open our includes. No, okay, wait. Before that, I had to do another thing. Before we do that part, can you all see in our home page? Okay, in our index page and in our register page, one specific code is repeating. Can you all see? Well, not a small code. One big code is repeating in our index page, in our register page, and our home page. What is that code? Can you tell me? In our page, in our index page, home page, and register page, there's one specific code which repeats a lot of time. What's that code? Just look here and tell me. Yes, y'all can see that this part of the code, doc type HTML, here are this big part, this thing is there, this entire thing. This thing is also there in the register page. This thing is also there in the home page. This thing is also there in the index page. Now let's say you're adding a new button called shop page. Let's say you're adding a new button called shop. I'll say shop.php, and let's say you're adding a new button called shop. You go to the index page and add a new button called shop and save it. Now if you actually go to the index page, you all can see a button here called shop. Okay, when you go to the index page, you all can see a button. I'll highlight it and show it to you. When you go to the index page, you all can see a button here called shop. But when you go to home page or register page, you all can see the button called shop. So that means if you're making a change to either one of the files, you have to change all of the files too. So to avoid that error, what I'll do is I'll make all in one place. To do that, I'll go to my includes. I'll create a new file called header.php. I'll create a new file called header.php. Inside this file, I'll go to my home page and I'll copy and take from doc type HTML part. I'll take all of the content until the nav ends. Until you see the nav closing tag of nav, I'll cut all the code and I'll paste in header.php and I'll save it. And I'll go here to my subcode session start and I'll do something called include once includes header.php. I'll include this simple code there. And for the same thing, there's some content which I don't need from the bottom. I'll cut this content from the bottom. I'll go to my includes, create a new file called footer.php. I'll paste those content there. I'll close it. I'll come back. And in this last message, I'll add another one called include footer.php. Wait, I missed some. I actually took, oh no, okay, okay. Footer.php. So now your home page will look something like this. You'll have includes header.php, home page, the heading, and a very short and neat home page. Quickly do this clear code and raise your hands in the participants list. I'll actually keep a race. Let's see who can do this first. The guy who does this first. Okay, wait, give you a challenge. The guy who, not a guy, anyone who does this first, the code like this, your footer.php like this, and your header.php like this. Take screenshots of all three. Go to your page here, go to your home page here, and you all should be seeing a page like this. If you all did that and sent me a screenshot, I'll give you 200 points. Time starts now. The first guy to do that and send me will get 200 points in their website. So you can send it to me in Zoom or in WhatsApp, anything. Five well. I I rely on cloud storage. I have Google Drive, iCloud, OneDrive, everything. Cloud storage is cheap. Google Drive, you get 200 GB just for around 300 rupees monthly. There are cheap cloud storage plans. Okay, no one sent me it yet. I'll cancel the points in 2 minutes. If it's 9:30, it's sharp 9:28 now. If anyone doesn't send me by 9:30, then no one will get points. So I can not open my pocket number. You all didn't have to write any new code. You all have to just can paste things. 9:29, 1 minute to go. No, no, no. If you need the 250 points, oh wait, did I get 200 or 250? Okay, 9:29, and I got the screenshot. Oh no, proper name. Rasma, send me a screenshot of your code. Your code, home.php homepage code, and a screenshot of your folder which you can see on your right side here. Points are cancelled. Give more points. I actually ask you all questions, man. I actually ask some questions from you all to give points, but no one gives me the correct answer, or no one actually bothers to answer, so I don't give points. Yeah, yeah. Planning to add some store thing in the future. Future, let's see. What about others I have done? Asma, quickly send me the screenshots. Okay, so once you're done with that, I want you to do the same thing for that. Delete, don't copy and paste anything now. Once you're done with your home.php thing, go to your other page, the index.php, and delete the things from the closing nav tag to doc.type HTML, delete everything, and simply enter this code. Include once, includes error.php, and remove the thing in the bottom, the script part, remove that thing, and put include once, includes the footer.php. Send me, tell it what's the mistake. So again, I'll go to my register page. I'll delete all the content above the nav part. I'll put include once, includes header.php. I'll delete the part from the bottom. I'll include once, includes slash footer.php. So once I'm done with that, if I actually go and visit my pages, I can see the page is loading perfectly. But there's one issue. Can anyone find what that issue is? Again, if you do this question, I'll again give you all some. I'll give you all 200 points. There are two main issues causing a problem here. So if you all find out what that two problems are. If you find one, I'll give you 100 points. If you find another one, I'll give you 100 points. There are currently two main issues with using this here.php and footer.php. There are two issues. If I navigate in these pages, I can see two issues. Look closely, carefully. I'm doing this again and again, so you all might notice something. A feature which you all had earlier, you all don't have now. What's that issue? Yeah, now shop killer, the shop button I added it to show you all now. Not that. Look carefully. There are two main mistakes. Where will the points be added? Points will be added here, mate. In your website, on your profile. Here, your points will be added here. Yeah, a store will be coming in the future, so you all can purchase something. Not yet decided. I'm busy with my examinations. So didn't you all still find? What mean? You all going to be programmers without actually having a thinking capacity. See, if I travel these three pages, you all can see I'm missing. So I didn't even ask you all to solve the problem. I asked you all to find the problem. What's the problem we are having? Okay, today they found 100 points for that. There's one more issue. I'll give you all 10 seconds to find. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh, the issue which you are having, see here. If I go to the login page, the first issue is that the login page is not getting bolded here. Tutu told that and he got 100 points for that. Message me in WhatsApp to get that points added to your profile. And if you go to the register page, it's not getting bolded. Another issue you all are having is if you go to different pages, if I go to the home page, you all can see on the top that I have home page. I just close some other tabs so you can see I have home page. If I go to the login page, I can again see home page. If I go to the register page, I can again see home page. Understood the issue? Tell me, did you all understand the problem we have now? The two main problems we have now? Perfect. So to solve that problem, what we're going to do is we're going to store the page's name in a variable. I'll save this name as page name is equals to, I'll tell home page, and to the other pages as well, I'll copy the same code to the other pages. I'll include it before the index.php. Index page and register page. Here it'll be register page. And I'll go to my header.php and I'll tell here instead of showing title as home page, I'll tell PHP. I'll open a PHP tag. I'll close the PHP tag and I'll tell echo dollar page name. So now if I save the, if I refresh, you all can see on register page, you all can see on the top it's showing as register page. In login page, on top it's showing as not index page. Wait, one index here. Wait. On login page, you all can see that you all have login page. Let me refresh. Now tell me whether you all can see. If I go to register page, you all can see register page here. If I go to login page, you all can see login page here. If I go to the home page, you all can see home page here. Can you all see that part? Okay, perfect. Next, we are gonna bold this text. To do that, I'll give you a small task again. Find the part. I think we did this 2 weeks before. Find the code or the part here which gives the bold effect to the home page. Which part in this code gives the bold effect to the home page? That's not correct. So we want to do something like this. This is one of the codes. This was one of my previous versions. Uh, we- okay, this is a late class niche. I'll show you all. Check if I can show it to you all. I'll check it. Okay, I'll show it to you all. Because this is a late night class and only a few of you are here. This was the first version of my website. This is for comparison. I'll open my current website and I'll show it to you all. This is my current website with the classes page, recordings page, resources page, a forum, a practicals page, and such. And this was my very first version. Only three buttons and a clear home page, classes page. At that time, I at the scratch time classes, so a classes page. So if I log in, you can see no profile here, only a logout button, no profile here. A simple page, no? No, here, see issues over here. So these are some things I learned to solve. So that was my first, the, I think I developed, I think that was the, thank you, Marshall. That was the part I developed in like 2 or 3 hours. I think I took, the first part was a bit hard. After that, it was easy. So that was my first version, version 0.1. This is version 1.2. Okay, so where did we stop? Okay, now we're going to make this part as active. To do that, this is the code which we use. There's a thing called function. Function page check. Current page, correct page. I'll explain it to you all. Don't worry. This is the code which we use, which I use to do that. So don't worry that. Don't worry about that. I'll tell you. So what Nasmat always correct. The part which gives the bold effect to the to the navbar is the active button over here. To do that same thing, I'll again wait. There's that code which I okay wait. I'll go to the header.php and I'll go to the top. I'll do PHP tags here, and I'm gonna create a function called function check active. I'll check so it's a function check active, and I'll give inputs here, correct name, and I'll give here current name. No, yeah, correct name and current name. Okay, I'll open the angular bracket and close the angular bracket, and I'll tell here if correct name is equal to current name, then echo active. Okay, check active, correct name is equal to current name, echo active. Perfect. So now what I'll do here is I'll take this part, I'll go here, and open the PHP. Check active, correct name of the page is home page, and current name will be dollar page name. So let me actually check whether it works. I'm not sure. Okay, for now the login only shows. For now you all can see if I'm in the home page, the bold effect shows in the home page. If I go to the login page, the bold effect is gone. If I go to the register page, there's no bold effect again. Okay, and if I go to the home page, you all can see the home page is bold. So once I'm done with that, I'll copy the same code and I'll paste it in the other sections too. So once I'm done with that, issue on DB. Wait. Okay. Wait. This will be login page. This will be register page. So once I'm done with that, if I go to the login page, the bold effect is showing to the login page. If I go to the register page, the bold effect is showing to the register page. Okay. I'll give you all a few minutes to copy that code. No, wait. Okay, just tell me if you understood the part how it works. I'll give you all a time to copy finally, or I'll send my zip code to you, or I'll be sending it to some of the boys who asked. So what I will do, I'll send you all the code. No issues in that. So I want you to understand the structure. Did you all understand that we to solve the problem of the heading over here, we had to use a variable here called echo page name, and to echo this, to print this active in the correct page, we have to create a function called check active and input two variables called correct name and current name. And if the correct name, if the page's correct name is equal to the current page name, echo a part called active. Got that part now? Perfect. Now what we have to do is, if the user has already logged in, if the user has already logged in, we have to hide these two buttons. Now, okay, today you can watch you can watch the recording and actually go through some ideas, get some ideas again. Now, I'll give you all a small task. I'll go to the user login.php. No, not a small task because I didn't actually tell. So once, no, go to the register user.php. Okay, it's not yet done. So now what we're gonna do is to check if a user has already logged in. To check if a user has already logged in this part called in the login page, in the user login.php, after the part here called welcome to the store, we are gonna add another session. I'll copy this part and I'll paste here. Session user, and I'm gonna name the session user. I'm gonna give the value to the session user as $email. So users, so the session user will be the user's email which he logs in. So to find out whether a user has logged into our system, we'll set a thing called session user. And in the register page also, I'll do the same thing. After new account created successfully, I'll paste the session user.email. Did you all get that part? That to make sure to find out whether a user has logged into the system, we have to set the session user. Do you all get that part? Perfect. Next, now we have set if the user has logged into our system, session user will be equals to the user's own email address. To show it to you all, to check if it is really working, I'll go to my home page and I'll tell echo dollar session user. Then you all can actually see my home page is actually showing my email address. So that's a basic test. Now we are going to tell in our header page, okay, in our header.php, there are three buttons here: home, login, and register. Now we want to show the home page, either user, we want to show the home page only if the user has logged in. Let's say we want to show the home page to the user only if he has logged in. For that case, I'll uh, create a few empty lines here from the UL. I'll open a PHP tag. I'll close a PHP tag. In this, I'm going to tell if is set. That means if session user has a value. If is set session user, then if session user is set, then I'm going to echo this page called home page. Else, if it's not set, this PHP part is a bit difficult, y'all, I know. Try to understand the basics. You all don't have to learn coding because this is a web designing course. You all will be awarded for learning web designing, not web development. So this is actually a small sneak peek. So what I have done here is if the session user is set, then I'll show the home page. If it is not set, then I'll show the login page and the register page. I'll save it. Now you all can see if I'm logged in, the user is getting only a home page. Now to make the user log out, I'll create a new page called logout.php, logout.php. Inside this logout.php, I'll start PHP. I'll tell dollar session destroy. And the session destroy. Hit a location index.php. Okay, so if I press the logout button, it'll actually log me out from the system. So I'll add the logout button here in the page, logout page, and there'll be a logout and logout.php. So now you can see if I come here, there's a button here which displays as logout.php. If I press this button, what what just happened? Ah, wait. If I press this button, no, session destroy me. Wait. Let me check if the session user is set properly. Okay. Uh, wait, so I saw my session. Small data leak, but it's fine. Yeah, code is perfectly fine. You check it again. Should actually show the other two buttons. If each session user show these buttons, else, wait. I'm gonna start session here. Session start. Now we should solve the issue. So I save it. Yeah. Oh yeah, it's all active there. Is that? Yeah, we're already including that. It means I'll try to figure out what's the issue causing here. Yes. Isn't clear. Hey, does this happen? Wait. Session destroy. Then I'll start the session again. Session. Slot. No. Let me try to figure this out. I found out. I found out. Very bad mistake of mine. Very bad. First, I have to start the session. Wait, what happened? What happened? Okay. I have to start the session on the top. Then I have to delete it. Now it should work fine. Now if you go and see here, I press the logout button. Okay, so I'll delete this one. So I press the logout button. You all can see, we can only see register and login page. If I log into my system, then you all can see, we can see the home and logout. Did you all see that part? I know you all are fully confused with the part. Let me give a small briefing of what I did now. Now, what I did here is I created a new file called logout.php and wrote a different set of code. Don't think about that. Apart from that, what I did is I checked if the user is logged in. If the user is logged in, then only I am showing the two buttons called home and logout. If the user is not logged in, I am showing the button called login and register. Did you all get that part? Did you all get only this part? If the user is logged in, it will show him these two buttons called home and logout. If the user is not logged in, it will show these two buttons called login and register. Do you all have any doubts regarding that? Okay, how many of you all are going to sleep now? Let me know. What if I take 15 more minutes? Cannot actually concentrate. Continuously doing classes. I'll actually give you a 5 minute break. I'll give you a 5 minute break, then take 15 minutes more then. I don't interfere. Okay, the guys who want to leave actually can leave. You all can leave. The others who can stay, uh, Asma, send me a screenshot of your code and your output. I'll figure it out. I'll give you a 5 minute break. Now the time is 10 o'clock. I'll give you a break until 10:05. You all can do anything. Come back at 10:05. I'll just do a small part. And after the day, I'll send you all the code because only I'm sending this code because these are PHP. Next week we'll start web designing. So this course is web designing. So web designing part, let's do. You all must do manually. Okay. Take your break and come back at 10:05. Asma, okay, it's fine. I had a small network issue again. So we'll stop the class at this point. I'll compress all of my files and send it to you all. You all can actually copy it on your computer and change your file names and stuff to what you all need and do the changes. Uh, we'll meet next week. Hope next week doesn't extend this long. Ah, wait. Next week, I'm having a class on this time, so I might change the class schedule to next week. I might change my class timings to. I'm having class at around 7:30. So either the class will happen from, let's say, 6:15 to 7:15, or this class might end at around 9:30. So it will go from 9:45 to 11. Which timing do you all prefer? Late night, 9:45. What about others? Are you all okay with this time? 9:45 to 11. Only for next week, most probably. I can't cut that class also. It's an important class. So that's the only problem I'm having with you all now. That's why I wanted to finish most of the part today. So what I might do is I might add the register page is done, the login page is done. So for now, what we have to do is we have to give some protection for this against SQL injection, and we have to design the home page, and we have to create the shop page. So we have to create both of those pages, and after that we can conclude our course. Ne? Let me take my notebook. In my notebook, I had a plan for y'all. Yes, and you okay here. So today week 8. Ne? So week 8 I have planned the login system for y'all. Week 9 is the products page, and week 10 final touches and quiz. So next week we'll create the home page, and the shop page. So the shop page and home page won't take much time because it's also a small and easy part. So we'll do that next week. Okay. Yeah, because most of you are requesting 9:45 to 11. I think I might speak to that time. Let's see. So that's it for today. If you all have any doubts, you all can ask. Others can leave. No, I think you all don't have any doubts. You all are just staying here for fun. Classes over a while ago. So bye bye. See you all next week. Marshall, when you share, when a user shares the screen in Zoom, on the top you'll have an option called request remote something, some request remote control. If you click on that and that user plus clicks on accept, you will get the control. And that works only for some editions. You must have the Zoom app. You must be on a desktop PC. There are some settings. If you actually want to mm, connect and use a different computer, use softwares like uh, this thing, AnyDesk and TeamViewer. Or you can use those things. Uh, what's up? What's up? Messages to reply. Okay, guys, then see you all next week. Bye bye.